I'll just close my eyes.
Sunglasses?
Should. I can't. Is there any over there?
I got some.
I don't know if I want to wear them the whole time, though. Maybe I will.
Now what does it seem like that?
It's better. We both got sunglasses on in the dark. That's hilarious.
Out on a limb, out on a ledge. I push the limits, now I'm finally on the edge. Take this time to make the pledge. Don't make another wedge.
Sifting through just like a dredge. I know that it's gonna be cut down like a hedge. All just looking similar, all cut and trimmed to be the same. But just like those houses next to each other, feel the shame.
I know what is real, and I know how to heal. All the things that come to you that seem so surreal. Well, just take it, come, don't make a big deal.
What are you reaching for? How long can you sit back and ignore? Now it's time to pick it up. Then you start to flick it. You know that it's like gotta go to 12 hours, gotta drink it.
Well, it's a last stop. This is where you turn the light switch off, and your eyes adjust to something new. It's lust, and it's a new romance, and it's all up to chance. You're doing a romantic dance with a different stance.
Falling down a long time, going in a spiral, seen a sign, pick myself up again. Now I'm back on the path, my friend, taking the high road, but I won't implode. See the way that they sat back destroyed, but not decoyed.
Well, they've broken through the battlegrounds and the castle walls. Well, now they've broken down all of our bathroom stalls. We've hidden our jewels, and now they can look like the fools until they pick them up 1,000 years ago, and now we're just tools.
The battle and the war wages on. Now you know you feel like you are floating, feel like you were boating, feeling like you were toting. Feel like you're going up a mountain like the chill coat, and I know that it's getting cold in here. Now I know where I'm gonna steer away from the rugby scrum, and there's the drum.
Well, this is the life I chose. This is all of the things that I owe to the people around me. All of the respect, and it's new ground to me. But I take it all and I don't panic. No, I don't act like a manic depressant. I just keep going on, no resentment. Living out of somebody's basement, paying a low fee for the rent check. Now I'm broken, it's all suspect.
Life and leisure, living life like a seizure of a mass amount. So much you can't even count, but you gotta keep the stash, cause you get away. Now you're in the sunset the next day, never gonna come back, just trying to find a place where my mind can be erased.
Well, sail on from this ship. I feel like it's in eclipse. I'm looking at it with my eyes, and suddenly I realize that I go in blind. So I gotta look down at the ground and my feet are running. I'm looking around, I'm acting so stunned when people are coming and everything's alarming. I feel like I drink and I'm drinking.
Willing to take effort, but always looking for a shortcut. That's the way that you get to the top before you hit the big rut. Because our life can flash before in the blink of an eye, but you can really take it to the top if you really know how to get by. So don't be blinded. This life can't be rewinded.
a shred of evidence to me, but I feel like I hold it like it was a key, but it never unlocked anything around me. I guess that's just a moment of history repeating over and over. It seems like I need a 4-leaf clover, cause right now I'm always sober. At least means my state of mind. I feel like I'm one of a kind.
Rhythm and blues being fed to you like some kind of news that is mainstream, but basically they're creeping into your brain. It's a dream. It's all good. Now you're sitting there like you're halted, but you only faltered for a minute because now you broke out of it. There's no way they can spin it.
Oh, you're in a tailspin. This one ended before it begins. Well, I feel like it's something that I hold within. My spirit is withering, but then all of a sudden it's blossoming back like a flower. I finally feel like this is my moment, and hours shining up like beams. I feel like I'm Chris. I wanna be the only witness to no lie exists.
A glimmer, a gleam, stuck in a dream, looking for some honey and some cream. A glimmer, a gleam, stuck in a dream, looking for some honey and some cream.
Well, I'm just asleep and I feel like I'm about to go to a different realm. I wanna be the one on the helm, on the edge of the ship, and I wanna go so low for a second. Acapella, I don't resent any of it when I'm all around the rainbows. They're telling me where the spectrum goes, but beyond that, nobody knows. It's all real goes.
Magnetically altered like an X-Men because I got some oil in my E-pen. It's the new type of shatter. Look, here comes a new batter up. Full count, you know the amount. I'm taking it down. I feel full blowing and I feel like I've been strolling for a while, and now I feel like I'm going back to style.
Oh, the note, it was shredded. No one's pretending anymore. I'm looking for a new end. Now I know that it all depends. Which choices you make, which moments you break. I feel like the mistake can make it smarter when you feel like you're gonna be the one at the last, and you lack what you can't grasp. I feel like it's gonna go into the past. So
washing up on a deserted shore, found some rum hidden in the floor. I found some coconuts on the trees, and you might call me nuts, but it's kind of a dream, kind of like a mirage that I dreamed of being here. Now the barrage came intact. The storm is coming, and it's a fact.
the wind is bringing the fires. Is it nature or man's conspire? I feel like I know something you don't. Every man has a place that they don't want to go.
You can't stop the rise. You try to stop the surprise, but it's lurking in the corner, coming full front. You can't count. Now you start to know it's coming full blown. Where you gonna go?
Well, you're at a dead end. I feel like you can't even lean on any of your friends. Well, you gotta break before you can bend. That's the opposite, but no one here pretends. Well, I seek a new destination. I got a whole new fascination and addiction. I wanna be in a whole new depiction. Haven't read this one in the latest edition. Oh, the latest edition.
Don't feel down, you know those sorrows don't have to drown. You can just get up and get around. Get out with your friends. See how your internal morals bend.
Never jeopardize that end prize. Keep that focus in both of your eyes. It don't matter if you're weak, smart or wise. Never learn to compromise. You got your opinions, they're shredded like onions, layered up with companions. I feel it's all coming to a moment, just an epic pinnacle. Feel, don't be cynical, cause right now it's mystical.
Break free from the hold, because you should feel like gold, and everybody should feel the same. Not feeling down, not feeling shame. There is someone to blame. Social media looking at you. Here comes Wikipedia, telling you things to your mind it clings, but you know it really just stings. Your inner cortex, now time to flex. Look at that man, you see all of those specs.
Your soul searches for an eternity, till it finally settles with good company. Your soul searches for eternity, till it finally settles with good company.
couldn't, but now maybe I could. But if I would, maybe I wouldn't. And now I have to say that I may play with words every day, and it makes me feel great, so I'm gonna do it anyway.
Oh, I could have been better. I could have stormed any weather. But right now I'm a pretender. I'm a mask, rip it off, and I outclass the last of the last. And I feel like I outclass everybody who stands up their opinions. I feel like I'm sentiment under them. Oh, my feet, they're clashing like a hammer. I'm running down the street and I'm running from the slammer.
It's not time to float on, not yet. Get fully armed and put your coat on. Time to head down from the mountain into the town. It's time to reclaim Youth's Fountain.
Revengeance, no alliance. I feel like all of my friends' compliance. They're coming up, making me feel like it's a good decision. Getting all of us out of our mental prisons for a reason.
Revamp, never stamp. Been out in the woods and that's where we camp. Setting up like Chavera. I know that there is gonna be the wearer and the time, the perfect moment to come back. It's not gonna be the one that you loan it.
So if you condone it, don't be the last stone that they throw it. Oh, it's spinning like a record playing checkers at my grandma's rest home. I feel like I was all alone cause he had dementia. Right now I feel like everyone messages a sender. I know if it comes back and repeats to me, it's all easy on easy street. But when you don't go up to the summer's breeze, hiding in your shack, well don't you please?
So much destruction, even caused by one word or one name. It's not really just a game, but you gotta brush it off, you're the one to blame. Everyone succumbs, but you know you gotta build up the hide so you can feel a bit more numb. I know that I just feel like acid reflux, so grab a Tom. You know it's gonna bubble up and boil, but it's time to recoil.
All resented reactions from actions, they're always collapsing right in front of us. I wish that I could be the one in the universe, saying that I was the one steering back on course, but I feel like there's some other force pushing me in different directions. I look around my shoulders with suspicion. Does anything really happen for a reason? I got this taste in my mouth, it's a little displeasing.
The chain reaction of hanging with a deadly faction, committing so many directions you can't sanction. You don't know what's coming. You know the drums and you know that the bass is strumming.
Hold your second, cause right now it's sliding away. And if you believe that this moment will hold on forever or just decay, well, it's on my resume that I'm in good company. But it took me a while, leaning on the dark bar with no smile.
Feeling like my heart's been ripped out of my chest, but the soul's in control, so maybe that's the best. Don't need no buoyancy or a vest. Gonna float on, I know that it's gonna be eternally. That's why I see deep inside you'll be me.
I was nursed back to health with the nurse's help. I could feel myself swimming, feeling like I was winning. But the second was over, it was a beginning to a new end. And I saw that you can have villains, enemies, or you can turn them all back to friends.
Strike a chord, that's the way that it is. We're at the auction house, time to place those bids. Card number 42, 0, you are the highest bidder. It's coming to you, and it's a big package with a lot of the chronic. Oh yeah, it's like a nice gin and tonic on a hot day with the lime on the side. What can you say?
No lotto, but you gotta connect the dots though, cause right now you're moving too slow. Get your life back on a roll. Rehang your flag up on that pole.
Mine like an internal inferno. It's going on and forever it's gonna burn though. So you're getting scorched by the furnace and you're getting torched, but you can't do anything but light another one on the porch.
Well, I can feel my beckoning. Right now it feels a little sickening, but when that happens there's something quickening. I feel like I am about to be on the edge of something, so I jump freely. I got my wings clipped briskly, but all of a sudden they take flight and I'm flying freely.
He was going briskly, they tried to frisk me, but I was holding and I was feeling pretty bold and started running. I through and I saw the fun in the chase, and I had to embrace. It was like Usain Bolt at the beginning of the race, taking off. Now you see him, now you don't, now you will, now you won't. Where did he go? Man, he's smoking ahead, he took a break though.
Looking out the windowsill, it's raining. I want another thrill, I feel it's draining. My soul is like going against the grain. I feel like my life is a little bit too plain, so I walk out the front door, let's go explore. I feel like the last couple of months have just been a chore.
Yeah, it's raining, but it's cool and it's refreshing. It's not draining, so it's a no-brainer. I know I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna hang out with a part-time painter. At the same time, you start to take it, you start to make it, you know you can't fake it. Foundation solid, you can't shake it. Coming around, trying to break it.
Hang your coat in your hand, 'cause this is where it's at. I got one roll that qualifies as a fan.
On the meridian to oblivion, back again, because you got to reclaim the soul of a friend.
Cause it's all the same moment in time. I feel like right now it's a little bit divine. I feel like this time it's so blessed in mine. My mind is linked to your mind. It's like a sequence of events and it all feels fine. Oh, I drop it $1 over a dime. Don't pick it up this time, my life is way too sublime.
What you think that we're quitting? A real man never goes down, he just dies. And this maybe doesn't seem fulfilling, but there's a reason why that blood is spilling. It's for the generations after, it's for their kids' laughter, it's for the next book, the next chapter.
And what happens after you turn this page over? Does everything happen for a reason? I feel it clarifies a couple things for me, and it opens up my eyes and lifts my disguise off of my enterprise. It exposes everything, all of my lies.
We all shape a destiny. They're trying to claim the little bit, the rest of me and the rest of you. So now it's time we rise up. There's something we have to do.
So stand with me, 'cause I think that we all agree.
You can't impede this stampede, even with your glamour and even with your greed. Trying to plant lies in our eyes, so we fight each other, leading to our demise.
Now I'm rolling down the river on a tube in the summertime, and I didn't stand in no line to get the best time of my life. Well, there's some things that cost you a little bit more than money, some things that don't end up being funny. Well, I feel like right now you're waking up, looking down at your overpriced meal and your eggs are running.
Brush off that propaganda, like it's the dust, like it's the dander. They're trying to wear you down like a sander, but you know we can break free, so
well, you just gotta relieve yourself for a second. Refreshing moments help. I swear, if you're swimming, just look out for the kelp. Lean on someone and just let out a yelp. Well, I'm on the brink of opening up this briefcase. It's been locked for years in mysterious ways. I wanna see what is traced in the laces behind this locked door. What is chasing?
Losing time, feeling like you're falling through space. Steps that you just can't retrace. Maybe that's what you're just gonna have to embrace. That journey you can't discern, see what happened that day I can't say, but maybe I can parlay and put my mind back into the same mind frame. Retrieve that, it's the same mind game.
Well, we're all building up the elements. It's all settling like sediment underneath our feet, walking with the cement. Every day that I spend, every day I resent, 'cause I wanna be out natural, way out in the woods. 'Cause all this city life, well, fuck, it's just no good.
Prices are rising higher and higher. Everything's in drought, seems to be on fire. Situation just seems so dire. We have to rise up because there's nothing left to admire.
Singing with the choir. Oh, they grew up looking at that man, they admired him. Now he's got his own shire.
Trying to be an MC that moves freely. See the wavy cards that they deal thee. The dealer is setting up, keep your eyes peeled. You know that's The way the story goes, the casino always wins, or so they say, unless you're counting, but then they throw the same amount.
Well, life seems sincere till you're grinding the gears through the hardest of years, shedding tears. I'm breaking bottles of beer. I'm up against all of these dark shadows of fear. Oh, I'm breaking down the walls, though I feel pretty good, though I'm walking on, and I feel like I'm walking on solo. But then I look back and I protected my soul, and now I know I'm getting back on a roll.
Trying to find the last untouched place on this earth. Trying to form some kind of new collection, maybe a new rebirth. See the new island just like Perth, but you gotta persuade a new crusade. Look like you're in a suit that's made of suede, like the devil came out of hell himself. Came back to put this all on the shelf.
I was held by the archangel telling me that I should get my life out of this fable. Had my head in the gutter with no rudder on my ship. I felt like I was about to flip, do backflips, and I wasn't equipped. Well, I knew something was up, but the truth wasn't out there in front of my eyes. It was disguised, and I knew I was unaware.
Sitting there living, feeling like I know that I've always been driven. But at the same time, what level can you push? Can you keep on pushing it up like the level of the kush? The THC amount where you can't even count. It's like the fountain, you know you are counting down the days to the ways, the pays. Everybody in the room starts and sways as the sound does rebound and breaks away, and everybody starts to astound.
Oh, it's time for the comeback. Well, it's time to unpack. Let's put up our feet for a while and smile. Think about the years when we used to not live in a pile of shit that the government is shoveling over our heads. I feel like one day I'm just gonna wake up and be dead. They're putting black balls in the water. I feel like they're just another government squad, a way to control our brothers and our daughters.
Outspoken, sitting there while I'm smoking. You know I'm not sitting there trying to hide the cloaking. The system is broken, everybody's voting, but you know you're just joking yourself. Who's the best? No, that's not the it's who's the worst. Now you know it's just a burst, a hearse for the economy. Now we're blind, but now we see.
Freedom of speech has been breached. When it was in reach, we never got taught to teach. Now it's out of our elements. I feel like I'm a resentful man, cause I feel like my tax money's not well spent. Well, right now I'm hell-bent. I'm finding out why I can't make a dent. My voice doesn't matter. It's just like murmuring and chattering in the background, and I feel like it's mattering.
And you hear them chattering, clothes blowing back, and you know they're all tattering. You can feel the flames at your heels. You can see the way they cringe and they reel. Everybody knows what's coming next, but we can change it. Time to change the index.
Change the variety, cause right now it all rips like not elasticity. And that don't mean that it has anything to do with you, a mystery. Cause sometimes the simplest facts explain the most mysterious things, but you don't wanna have nothing to blame. You wish you could have the mysterious ways of a child's mind, but when you're an adult, just decays.
Fueling friendship, not the fear. It's so clear, you know that you just can't steer anyways. Only a few plays left in the book. Now everybody shook.
It's so cliche. Damned if you don't, damned if you do these days. Don't let your mind decay. Just gotta get out of this phase to a whole new place.
Trying to stay away from the mainstays. Look at the way that the pendulum sways. Look at the way that the scale starts to turn. Look at the way that the bridges burn. But we can still cross, well you would cost. I know that I felt like I was in the land of the lost, but every man can be a boss if he chooses. It's hard work the average man loses.
Everybody's got it in it, they don't have to win it, they just gotta open up their mind and spin it. If you can't start it or begin it, you're never gonna earn it. Right now the respect is about to be burning away. Like a piece of paper, shredded, turned to smoke and vapor. You can't escape her, the reason behind you doesn't matter anymore. You're just worried about today, your future doesn't matter.
Positivity leads to longevity, long life. Here comes a natural role called the midwife. I see that there is no strife, no friction, pale non-fiction, no type of restriction. Here is the construction, you see the inflection of the positive, no negative. That's the way to live, and you know the community will always give.
Oh, my mind swells, using every one of my brain cells. But nobody's scanning it right now, so you can't tell me that I'm from hell, telling you lies, cause you can never tell. Well, it's a place like sand and granite in your hand, where stars above the universe's plans.
Anonymously unknown, feeling like distinctly like a clone. Has this happened so many times? I feel like sometimes that the lines of life have been written like it's just a script, like the life out of you has just been ripped, like you're supposed to live but there's nothing left to give, like you've been stuck a long time ago by a ship.
So go out and be social, mix and mingle with all the rude people. On the sidewalks outlined in chalk, I feel like I'm just a dot, but the radar don't see no blimp. They just see a man with some sort of limp. That's a strut. It don't mean that my life's in a rut. It don't mean that my guy got no luck. Just need the gods to block me up.
For so long now I've been bleeding slowly, but the pain is receding. It's either a good thing or life is coming to an end and my body won't cling. But I know what I need to do now. Need to patch the wound and get it clean now. I gotta go on a trip, get away so I can heal and come back another day.
Hanging with the sewer rats, companions that I like to chat with. Maybe make me feel better. I hear the chatter, but right now there is no reason after I take a breath. I know that right now I'm on the highest shelf and I'm holding my breath, but right now inches from death. I need to have some interference, some good energy, some good static. I would receive it with open arms, looking forward to being charmed.
Putting words together like herbs. The pain comes together, but then it gets curbed. Stomped by the green, it's on the scene. And it's not like those pills given by the doctor, it's clean.
So now you feel like you're a renegade, just a masquerade. In this charade we call life, this giant parade. It's all swaying one way, but I can't tell which way. I'm guessing gambling. I feel that I'm in shambles and shackles again. I don't know the reasoning, but right now I don't believe in the policeman.
What you think that I could sit? I just heard the gavel hit. I feel like a horse, I'm chomping at the bit. And I've been cooped up for so long, giving these rides around town, but I'm feeling strong. It's time to break free. Finally, get back to my natural humanity.
It's compelling, my ego is swelling. You gotta tame that beast so it doesn't have the sharpest knife at the feet. Cause right now I feel like I am reliant on everybody around me to just be silent for a second. By now I'm focused. Let's all go back to the magic of the hocus pocus, land of the locust honey. I feel like everything around me just stuns me.
Trying to break all the animals out of the zoos. They don't deserve to live there. Give them some clues. I'm gonna even rent a truck and try to truck a whale down to the ocean so he doesn't look so pale. I'm sick of it, you're trying to contain Humanity has gone some type of insane. They all know it and you're making them dance for you so you can put money in your pants.
Strings and puppets, mans with muskets running around with cuffs and telling us what to do, but they're people we don't trust. Oh, I don't want to create any rush, but I feel like it's all going towards a big plus, cause something's gotta bust. Sooner or later the people will know that this is a must.
Flames engulfing just blew a hole in the closure on the open ocean for your dolphins. Try to make them come back, they're gone, man, that shit is whack. Now you're listed and it's black.
Now the jungles are back to themselves. They're making miracle drugs that we put on our shelves, but we don't even realize that any of it helps. One day we're gonna regret it all when you hear everyone yell, what happened? Why don't we have anything on this planet that can heal us, man? I can't stand it. Man, remember the days that miracle drug was growing in the fucking haze.
The virus got out of the containment chamber, so strong that they hadn't even come to name her. Breaking free, the first scientist is. Oh man, now look at him, his smile starts to fizz. What will be the reaction? Where is the traction? What type of action should we take before it spreads across the city and it starts to shake? Don't let the people know the city will start to glow.
Oh, the fruits of this tree, they're shaking us off, we're falling for free. I don't accept that as a remedy. It don't make my life any easier to me.
A vaccine should be herbal. That's right, I'm not some type of gerbil. I don't want aluminum or some type of stem cell. I don't think that you can really put me under your spell. So I've been sitting here out of my shell. I know I've looked at it and now I can tell that you're giving us hell, but you're giving us fake facts, and I'm not gonna sit there turning my back.
Giving us fake passes, telling us to relax, kid, I take it all for granted. Now I know I'm in my planet. It's a region, I think it's happening for a reason, but it's all telling us that our minds and lives are just pretending. We're just puppets, we're just chess pawns. I feel like somewhere along this path we gone wrong, but put your finger on it, I don't know if you can, but I think long ago it was all just man's plan.
Dipping like a rock over the water at the sea when it's all glassy. First thing in the morning, going out with your friends, trying to catch some fish, and then you know it lands. A nice storm when the weather is warm, it meets the cold weather and then it starts to come through. You need your coat before you can go back. You know you gotta catch that fish and gloat, so
nothing on your fishing line. Put it down in the water this time, slowly. I feel like jerk reactions happen. It's like exploding TNT. No one knows it's making no one flowing. It's going against the grain. It's not where I want to be going. Well, I feel like I got a lot of debts I know that I am owing, but right now I'm exposing myself and I'm exploring. I want to go on a journey and I am imploring if you want to join it.
Moving like a horse that's Arabian, pumping on the drums, hitting a cymbal that's a Sabian. Feel like I may be kind of coming back too quickly. Maybe it don't do restrict me from claiming what I wanted to in the first place. But then I came back because I did trade.
Never no A's, but I got 4 remarks for my aid. 'Cause I could classify space and time with my mind, but no one took me seriously. Like Donnie Darko, I explore those places, murky and dangerous. I feel like I'm sometimes look like the lamest, but don't blame this, I got no shame, 'cause it's made my mind so crisp like I can't resist. Well, feel like I am on a journey, wanna be the one, and now it's my turn, see.
I know that I could and I feel that I would if I may. Can I really say Going down to the slots cause I want to play, cause no one's been winning lately anyway. Maybe it's my turn, money to burn. Yeah, I feel like I just got caught in between two ferns with Zach Galifianakis. I know that I have got to backtrack this.
Magnetic poles are pulling me down, moons aligning my soul. I feel like I want to rewind like an old tape, but that doesn't happen these days. Don't forget about those ways, cause they can remind us of the place that we're in right now in our mind. Sometimes breaks when it needs to bend. Well, I feel like you got messages you can't send. You put them in the back burner, lock them up again.
About to administer something sinister, somebody call a minister. There needs to be something pulled out, but what's that about? It's not the cataclysm, something has arisen and now it is here. Everyone's running, there's so much fear, but it's so clear when the smoke starts to distort. Everyone's making some kind of report.
Well, you got a settlement, now you're hell-bent on sending all of your friends to Mexico. Well, I feel like they are places we could show evidence of the weed that grows. Everybody knows that we are BC boys, exploring the region, we got our toys, light 'em up.
Surviving like a cactus, you know it took a little bit of practice. Waiting for my time, when the rain comes and I'm gonna get mine. Go on the journey, well the land's fertile. It's been a while, but then comes the style. You know that Mother Nature never seems to disappoint. So then I'll just wait and smoke another joint. Well, I'm waiting in limbo. Here we go, we seeing all the timber burn. Well, the smoke starts to churn, and what will we learn?
Just like sometimes when you're grieving, it's on and off if you like a comedian. But right now I feel like it's all pleasant. I got nothing around me that makes me feel resent. I got so much time, but I don't know areas of where it should be spent. But I know on my life's line, I probably just made a small dent.
Laying it all down, now it's time, been around. Watch the market for a while, playing this like another Scrabble tile. But will it come together, get me the most points? I don't know if this was the situation that I should have anointed, but I did because all the planets aligned and they pointed to that signal, to that sign, put it in my mind. I know that I sat there and I wined and dined, thought about it for a minute, but then I just thought, it's too perfect, that's the way I gotta spin it.
I just went around this corner, I just came up to this vending machine, but it says out of order. But for some reason it's giving me free stuff, and I know it's not a bluff. Well, I got to take as much as I can, put it in the truck, now we go camping, man. Got a lot of gin and vodka too, got some moonshine, it's my home brew.
Laying there in a pile, a mercenary, not a mercantile. I know that there is some denial, but it can only take so long. It starts to come on so strong. Build yourself up a little bit, just like healing from a first aid kit. Folly's spawned since you're born, now you know it's gonna heal that corn.
Life's just going around like a hula hoop, everybody just keeps coming back to the same old scoop. I don't know, it's just like shoveling poop in the morning. That shit is so boring. Go out and explore your mind, cause right now everybody living their life, they feel fine. But the truth is, there's something behind the shades, behind the curtains. It might just go away if you don't make it evident. It might go into the background, never to be found again. Maybe it'll be drawn down, just like it's burning to the ground. Just like it's burning to the ground. Just like it's burning to the ground.
Been getting drummed down for so long, coagulated in us, how strong. Start to sweat it out, now I know what it's about. Now I know that I have that doubt. Felt better than ever, not on no pills. That's right, I never get the chills. Don't even seem to get sick. Don't need to see some guy in a white coat trying to peddle his poison, acting like a dick, saying that this isn't some kind of trick. I know what's in it, I looked it up. You can't feed me that in your cup.
Fed with a silver spoon, and when you came, everyone thought you were a goon. They said, what's up with the crazy loon? And then we drew our guns at high noon.
Don't care how it looks, willing to take a beating or even die just to face these crooks. Cause one action action can lead to so many lives not having that chain reaction that they break them apart from the family, paying them dirt, and you see the will struggling out of their eyes. But we never see it, it's not on the regular news. Is it a surprise? The feelings arise, you pass it on, and you know the denial starts to aid to the supplies.
Headline at the top, it reads, no one stops for a second. They just need more rest. They're living out late nights and they're living on the edge. But that's the only way that you get away from work. Working for a jerk that's driving you berserk. And now you need to grab the steering wheel and swerve before you lose your last nerve.
As the world is falling apart, I say you have to start, and we gotta make the change. It's the age and we just been stuck in the mange, but time to cut it off. Time to cut off the frills. Time to grab it by the horns. Time to claim those thrills.
Out of water, you feel like you're not breathing from your gills. Sometimes you slump when you're just going at these good thrills. But it's not all uphill. You just gotta pull through it with an iron will.
It's a Minority Report. Says it's truthful, but you know they contort. As it breaks down, you hear the sound. Feeling is passed around like it was real the first time, like the way that you saw the first sign. But it wasn't as you expected. A rat and amazing the way they directed.
What does it
The feelings connected now. You see the way and how.
What have your eyes
And as it aligns, the people come together and it binds their minds.
What does it all mean? What have your eyes seen? Daydreams and nightmares, sometimes fully equipped, sometimes unaware, sometimes foot caught in a snare. But don't wear it on your shirt, wear it on your shoulder. Don't put the weight of life like a boulder. Call a friend over, one that can get you back on the right path.
So I really like her style. Seen her at the market, hadn't seen it in a while. I love the way that she moved. Womanly existence is what she proved. Again for me, set my soul free. And I could say that with my emotions she did play. How could she take away from the minute that we met with her eyes?
Her hand rolled the dice. Now I think twice to let a woman hold all of my mind. And when you compromise, it's like you got your head in a vice. You paid the price, you paid the piper. Caught in the moment, never thought what would happen after. You lost your swagger, 'cause you've been weighed down by the bitterest dangers.
I feel if you keep your eyes peeled, that you can get healed. Even if death has dealed, you can keep it in charge. Trying to live your life large, setting off just like a pot. Make a wave, stay and pray, because that's what you crave.
Oh, what you crave, you're not the one to blame. So don't hold your head with shame. I feel like it don't matter if we never get fame, but right now people will see. Every one of us got true identities. We're all old souls repeating in history. It's plain to me, I hope you see it too.
Taking like a trailer, going back, you know, it couldn't have been staler than it was. But then you heard the buzz on the streets, you heard the beats, you went to the meets, went to the courtesy contest. Now you're gonna put your mind to the test.
And if it never rests, I feel like I was a life that was blessed And the crisis surround us. The advice I didn't take, it will confound us and confide when we are haunted in a place where we feel like we're just presenting the moment. And the second is frozen, it's decomposing around us, and we're owing it all to the matchmaker. I feel right now I need a new romance, I need a new place.
Not dressed appropriately and it's kinda brisk, but we're recreating heat for this whole atmosphere, so it's not even some type of risk. So come get around the inferno, see how long it's gonna burn now. Come take a toke, no one misspoke, no judgment, don't you budge it.
Don't you pull up too late, cause that's how your life ain't great. If you do it the first time, your mind memorizes how to do it a second time. Well, it's plain and simple. Once you do it a couple times, right down my mind, it isn't not bubbling in the sun. And no, my mind's not troubling. All my work is done, and now it's time for fun.
Comedy like the Clerks, energy like Crank Works up in Whistler, going berserk. So many in the crowd, tens of thousands loud. Everybody feels like they're getting loud, cause they're chugging one after another. A new type of strain they started to discover. It was growing on the slopes because they never got the snow. It's called Snowy Kush. Do you need a push? Take it, it grows like a bush.
Just like the plans of the hovercraft, what made people laugh. New discoveries happening around us, won't find out for centuries.
You thought you found us, but an air traffic controller couldn't even ground us. You can try to take this plane, but you're gonna need to also impound us, because we're gonna grow wings anyways. We're gonna fly to any place we wanted to in our eye and our mind's eye. That's what I mean, cause there's a lot of places in my imagination I haven't been.
Oh, why the storm? I feel like just a string at the end of the ball of yarn. I wanna be the one who could send a charm or hex you into coming back in my arms.
And now you feel, as the intro is over, you feel like it starts to roll like a wave, and then you take hold. Shock attack, start to kick your leg, it's coming right at your back. I'm on my surfboard, I know I couldn't afford, don't think they would be this far in Ireland anymore.
I'm treading water, I'm thinking about all the times that I should have been better. I should have trained at the gym every summer. Right now I drank all those nights, slept in the slammer.
I'm not gonna embellish when we have a smoke session. It's like a hot dog fell down and scattered everywhere as relish. And you know, I'm not really trying to relish the moment, but I do every time, and I say I wouldn't rather be anywhere anyway.
While I'm looking for a trace of hope, a new direction that can tell my mind to cope, cause I'm hanging on a burning fiery road. Well, it's burning on my dough.
On the radio came La Cucaracha. I grabbed under the seat, I found some scotcha. I take a swig, it makes me feel a little bit more like a man, maybe a little more big. Oh wait, no it doesn't, but I'm feeling good, and I'm glad I got that horsepower under the hood.
Starts a chain reaction, and all of a sudden you don't even know what's happening. That's the power of the force of nature. Just a fraction and a fracture of what we see tells us everything that we might need, but it's up to our eyes to see.
Now it's not just a state affair. Every neighbor needs to come together, they need to share. So I see that glare out of your eyes. Do I really think that you were surprised? It was coming the whole time, and everybody knew they were just in denial except me and you.
Oh, those shoes didn't fit. The fact of the matter is you tripped and fell off the cliff. Well, you know you're in the mist. Do you even exist? Right now you don't know if you're awake or in the coma. Need some sweet aroma. Somebody throw me a stone and hit me in the head, bring me back to life. I wanna owe somebody respect to save my life, cause
take the ladder, looking for a platter that looks like it was prepared by the Mad Hatter. So my brain can scatter for a second, but then I reckon I feel like I know that I'm not a deckhand swabbing the decks. Everybody's on the beach, but hopefully the rocks don't wreck.
Oh, right before your paycheck, you're on your ship and then you have a wreck. But there's no radio signal and the black box is not found. And you start to camp near the ground, the ocean floor. And your mind starts to soar.
As your mind starts to soar, what do you have in store? Do you really want to cut to the core of what it is? Can you handle that business getting in your brain? Or are you gonna lay awake at night and go insane?
Wake you up when you're sleeping. A mixed thought of feelings and the fact that you've been drinking.